So you just give it a good tug. And this one, so again, I have this position. I can do everything with one hand. I can hold that strap. Put this in there. I use my nail actually, but if I don't, I'll use something hard. I don't use my skin. See, those are pretty equal. That one's in. This is at the top, not behind it or anything else at the top. At a hypotenuse angle, I guess. And so then you can usually slide that piece of strap in. But again, you don't want this spring bar to hit the lug. So just keep it away with this finger. Blast it in. Give it a little tug and you're done. All right. So let's put it on another one here. Finger position. This comes down on the leather a little bit without touching the lug. And then when you can't push it because you've hit the thing, you just back off just a hair and go upwards and come down on it. There you go. So, just downwards. Boom, done. Here's another di-modell rally, I think it's called, racing strap. Kind of dig it. I like the red keeper holder. So, let's put this one in. So again, I chose the buckle side because it's 12 o'clock. Blast that in so they're both equal. Find the 12 o'clock side here. Put the bottom one in. Line this one up roughly. Put some pressure on this finger here. Boom. Once it's in, you just sort of wiggle it around a little bit. There. And then you shake it. Wiggle it a bit. Make sure those are both in good. So I prefer it on my brown alligator because I think black face with a brown strap is just nice. And as far as I'm concerned with that beeswax stuff, it's basically a waterproof strap. I don't wear it in the water, but I don't wear the bracelet in the shower and stuff. I'll wear it swimming. Blast that one on. This has more of a 70s tag Hoyer or Hoyer feel. I'm not a fan of the buckle. I wish I could get a tag buckle, but tag buckles are actually pretty hard to come by. Speaking of which, I'm not a fan of deployance because I find it's too much metal touching my skin. The reason I like straps is because there's no metal. And a simple tang is all I need. Okay, so 12 o'clock side. Kind of snake this along. And you can kind of just wiggle it, like you're not hurting the leather at all. Just by going like this. And then it comes to a stop, and then you can just go. Sorry, I didn't see it. There it is. So there you go. It's a little. And then down. And you can never see. These lugs are still just, or the width of the strap is just perfect to the lugs. There's no damage. Speaking of which, you can get. I bought actually all these straps for my Zenith, my 21 millimeter Zenith. And now that I've got this tag, it's 22, and these are all 22. So 22 millimeter will fit in a 21. You don't want a 20 or a 21 fitting in a 22. I don't like that look. Where you can see the spring bars. So this is my my go-to strap when it's not, in the fall, winter, spring. And in the summer, I'll go bracelet or one of these two guys. This is like a rubberized leather. But really, I go for the bracelet because sometimes it gets pretty hot. So you just keep the top part up. And you just put that in the hole. And this side, you can just sort of here, click, done. Hold it in your hand still. This part goes in there, that comes up. Keep that index finger or pointer finger. Sorry, it's not the index. It's the pointer in the middle. A little bit of pressure. Keep that off the lug. That goes down in. Now that's it, you just sort of give it a little bit of boom, and you pull out. And then we're back to the original. So I might as well reset the chronograph. Take out the movement. But again, I wear this stuff all the time, and I'm a sweaty guy. And that stuff that I put on it keeps the back in mint condition. I mean, it's a little rough in there, but because of these straps, the mistake I did with this is when I first got it, I left that beeswax in these holes, thinking that that would be better. But in fact, opening them up with a little toothpick is actually better, because the sweat goes in there somehow. And so when I was opening it up with a toothpick, or actually it was like a little shish kebab. Well, it's a rounded toothpick. It wasn't one of the square cut toothpicks. It was a rounded to a fine point toothpick. And you go in there. I went in there and started reaming out the little holes. And there's a little bit of scuffing there, but no big deal. So yeah, I keep it on the very last one. The very last hole. Anyways, that's how to change a watch bracelet.